It was homecoming week on Friday, September 23rd for the Bear River High School Bears. The Bears hosted the Ben Lomond Scots out of Ogden, Utah. When the two teams meet, it's always a battle. Emotions were at a high as homecoming festivities filled the week before the game. Bear River High School head coach Chris Wise had warned his team not to overlook the Scots. And after the Scots jumped out to a 2-touchdown lead in the first half, it appears the Bears had done just that. But the Bear River coaching staff made a key change midway through the second quarter. They inserted junior quarterback Kyle Zundel to run the option, and Zundel's option offense fooled the Scots. Coach Chris Wise talked about the change.
I think one of the things that was very critical was having Kyle Zundel come in and really kind of spark us at quarterback. Important to remember is that it's 11 guys out there. It's not just the one, and all 11 of those guys have been practicing the option, and we're trying to keep people healthy and keep them safe. And we needed another running back there taking the snaps tonight, and that's what we had in Kyle Zundel. He did an outstanding job for us. Ran our offense excellent.
We're here with Kyle Zundel after the game. Kyle, you came in the second quarter, started running quarterback, running the option. At that point in the game, things changed. What happened?
Well, we get it to Jeremy Selman as our fullback, and he kind of opened things up for us because then they were coming down on him hard, so it opened up the option a lot better. Our line did a great job of blocking it too.
Both teams' offenses struggled early on. In fact, both teams missed field goals in the first half. The Scots got in the scoring column through the air and on the ground in the second quarter, but that's when things got exciting. Long runs by Zundel and Jeremy Selman led to this Zundel touchdown run. After a successful onside kick, Zundel rambled in from 5 yards out to bring the Bears to within 1. After Wes Bakui intercepted this Ben Lomond pass, Zundel hooked up with Lane Miller on this sideline route to get the Bears within scoring range. Jared Olson's 32-yard field goal gave the Bears a 15-13 halftime lead. From there, it was all Bear River defense. What did you guys do different to shut them down the rest of the game?
Well, our line read their line a lot better during the second quarter and second half, and then we made some changes in the second or during halftime to come out and stop them.
Talk about your defense today.
They played outstanding. I think Coach Rasmussen, Coach Jensen did an outstanding job. Coach Wells did an outstanding job of preparing this group of kids for what they were going to see. We knew we were going to see a lot of draw, a lot of screen.
Halftime, you guys came out with a lot of fire. What was the halftime speech about from Coach?
There wasn't much of a halftime speech. He said, "Got to go out and get this one for the town, for the city."
Next up for the Bears is a Friday home date against Morgan. Doesn't get any easier. Next week you host Morgan here at Bear River. What do you expect for that game?
They always come to play. Big rivalry.
Talk about Morgan, what you're expecting from them, and what we can expect from your team.
What you can expect from them is what you've always gotten. There's going to be a bloody knuckle fist fight. It's going to be a ground game. They run a blender offense. I call it the blender. It's really a double wing, but it looks like a blender because they pull two guards at the point of attack and they try to overwhelm you at the point of attack and just chip and chisel. And as long as we can be disciplined and maintain and don't get too down and get on our heels, then we should be all right. The way that we run our option offense, it really opens up the play action pass, and also our waggle pass has been outstanding for us this year. And so they have to prepare for everything. Morgan next, and then we still have to, and Grantsville's playing great ball. As you know, Grantsville beat Morgan. And then Tooele, who hasn't won but is hungry for a victory, and played Grantsville hard tonight, from what I understand. So it's still the road to hoe, but we're improving every practice, and I think this was the start of Bear football.
The Bears kept the offensive onslaught going in the fourth quarter, adding 26 points, including runs from Fakui, Selman, and Brenner Larson. The Bears pounded the Scots for 378 rushing yards, as well as 65 yards through the air. The Scots had 115 yards on the ground and 175 yards through the air. Bear River's Wes Fakui had 158 yards of rushing and 2 touchdowns. Selman added 103 yards on the ground and also had a score. Nate Watkins led Ben Lomond with 105 yards on the ground. Alex Kraft passed for 175 yards, completing 7 of 19 passes. Next up for the Bears is a Friday at 7 p.m. kickoff with the Morgan Trojan. Reporting for The Leader, a multimedia company, this is Greg Madsen.